One of the common questions we have is from clients that we're taking care of in their home. They have opened up a claim against their policy, two or more activities of daily living, or whatever the policy states. They've gotten through the elimination period, typically 30, 60, 90 days, and they've utilized it. They've gotten reimbursed for care, and typically what we see is if they're wanting to freeze their long-term care insurance policy, they want to know, is that possible? When should I do it? How should I do it? What does that look like? So especially people that may have a limited pool of funds against their long-term care insurance policy, if they get better and they don't need nearly as much services, they may want to pause that or freeze that. That is a policy specific, that is a carrier specific thing to be able to freeze it. Now, if you had an unlimited lifetime benefit, but say you had $100 or $150 a day toward services, you'd be a little bit less inclined to freeze it. Maybe you could still use a day or two a week, even if you got better. But if you had $50,000 or $100,000, but you were concerned, maybe you used the policy a little earlier than you intended to, and you may want to just freeze it. So you've already gotten through the elimination period, and you want to know if you can freeze it or not. That's a conversation worth having before you take steps, stopping care, or eliminating it altogether, or slowing care down. You may want to have that conversation with the carrier, and just talk to them very openly. You're concerned about the total pool of funds and all that. In some cases, you do not need to go back through the elimination period. In some cases, you do. So I've seen both. I've seen you have to have care within a 365-day period. We've also seen it where once you go through the elimination period, you never have to ever again. So freezing the policy, in many cases, it may make sense, especially if there are limited lifetime funds against the policy. Like I said, $50,000, $100,000. If you're concerned about needing those funds later, you may want to think twice and really talk to family, elder law attorney, accountant, other professionals that you trust around the long-term care and oversight of your care. You may want to talk to them about exactly what all the options are and what the best path would be with all the information that you have provided. So freezing a policy is absolutely possible in many cases. In some cases, it may not be necessary. So that's very unique. And if you have any additional questions, certainly feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.